confidence. Effortlessly, you let them know who is in command. You just that and more. Don't forget it. God worked hard on you for sure. Lexus, Exodus. Shout out to my exes.
Class is in session every weekend with Sunday School with Lex. Connect with like-minded Black women every Sunday at 6 on the Lexus Exodus platform, where we have live panels and call-in shows in order to connect and share our stories, discuss divestment and other important topics pertaining to the plights of Black women, discuss self-empowerment and self-improvement, and much, much more. Tune in every Sunday at 6 p.m. ET at patreon.com/LexusExodus. See you soon.
Hey, boos, hey. It is Lexus Exodus, leader of the Black Women Exodus. How are y'all doing? And like always, if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. Please share. Please comment in the comment section. Let me know that you're listening. Also, if you enjoy listening to my content on the go, the show is now available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for audio listeners. Go check out my Patreon community where you can get access to bonus episodes and exclusive content, and also a private community of like-minded divested women. It is linked below. Please also follow me on social media platforms. You can check me out everywhere on all platforms at Lexus Exodus. I also have a backup channel just in case something happens to this one. It is called LexX. That's LEXEX. You can find all of this information in the description below.
Guys, so I won't be here long. We actually are heading out to another city to check out another duplex that we put an offer on. Really excited. So we're about to head out the door after I record this. So I can't be here long. By the way, shout out to all of you guys who appreciated how candid I was and how transparent I was sharing that story about my real estate journey and some of the things that I've been experiencing and navigating during the last video. I wasn't quite sure if you guys would enjoy that or not, just because, I've kind of strayed away from telling personal stories, just because y'all know how vindictive and nasty a lot of the Black women on YouTube are. So I tended not to do that lately, but wanted to share that with you guys. And the response, you guys were very receptive. I even had some people reach out to me offline who personally appreciated how respectful and tactful I was and not judgmental I was about that woman who is facing eviction, and how I empathize with her. And I really do appreciate you guys recognizing that and then also showing love. So anyways, so I won't be here long because I'm going to go check out another property that put an offer on. And so very serious about buying in a different city nearby. So can't stay long, but I had to come here tonight to talk about this Nicki situation, y'all. And how disgusting it was of her to denigrate and publicly make fun of Meg Thee Stallion's DV experience. How it was disgusting for her to talk about her late mother. All of this in response to Meg releasing a song called Hiss. I want to unpack all this. And I also want to talk about how I truly believe this documented history that Nicki has of unwarranted, one-sided attacks against other female rap artists like Remy Ma, like Megan, like Coi Leray, like Cardi, like Lotto. I think that all of this is rooted in jealousy and insecurity and envy. Even though Nicki is very successful, there is truly a void that she's experiencing, and there's some type of insecurity that she's struggling with, because she keeps lashing out and projecting at all of these Black women who are doing their thing. And I truly think Nicki is pussy popping and windmilling at everyone who she believes is taking shots at her effed up relationship, because she is not happy with her husband. And it's projecting because she's miserably married to that washed up, broke nigga. And I want to preface this by saying, if you're a Barb, you may want to click off right now. I'm not going to hold back, and I'm not going back and forth with y'all. This is my opinion, so get over it. Hell, Nicki, you may even be listening, girl, because we know you like to lash out at small content creators like you did with Nosy Hall last year. You also did that with For Harriet. Also recently, there's a TikTok girl who went viral saying, I don't think Nicki knows who she is. Maybe I'll play that clip later, but Nicki been bullying her as well. And I think it's because your miserable cokehead ass ain't got nothing better to do. Nicki, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. You had me feeling sorry for you. Literally, on my last video that I just released days ago, if y'all look at my most recent video, I did some commentary about how it came out that Meek Mill was allegedly knocking your head in between the washer and dryer. Had me defending your bum bitter ass for being a DV victim, just to come out days later and to embarrass me by publicly making fun of another Black woman who was also a victim of domestic violence with your disgusting ass. Got me looking crazy. Nicki, we gonna get more into dragging your ass later. Before we drag Nicki, first off, I want to analyze how many Black women are miserably married like Nicki and are unhappy with the decisions that they have made in life, partnering with loser knickknacks. So they become bitter and jaded like Nicki, and they get their rocks off by harassing, terrorizing, and being mean girls to women who are up and coming, who are younger than them, who are more talented than them, and have made better life decisions than them, and are living their best single nigga free lives. So let's look at some examples of exactly what I'm referring to. Then we dragging y'all.
Is an old bitch who have not done what she wanted with her life.
I can't stand a bitch in her 50s, 60s, 70s hating on a younger, successful woman. Not only is the bitch old and miserable, she's big mad that she married a fucking cheater. She's mad that she had kids and she didn't live her best life when she was younger. She's mad that she ain't making as much money as she could possibly be making. See, she's a weak bitch because she hid behind her relationship, her marriage, because she's scared people will look down on her because she can't keep a man. But meanwhile, she'll look down on single women that are successful, beautiful, bossed up, making good money, ain't got no kid, and you out here living your best life, traveling the world. Older women hate on younger bitches because they're mad that they their life up.
Listen, child, listen. And I don't agree with everything this woman says. She's very popular on TikTok. I believe she has a YouTube channel as well. I believe her name is Narcissist Whistleblower. But this observation is spot on. And let me preface this by saying, before I get the detractors, it is not applicable for all older women. We know that. We know that it's not applicable for all older Black women, especially divested women. And I've noticed most in the BWE spaces simply want the best for younger Black women. I recently, after sharing my real estate journey, I had another woman reach out to me who was like, oh yeah, I owned 4 properties in my 20s by the age of 30. And I also, started making $200,000 by the time and I'm like, yes, sis. And so there are many divested Black women and many older Black women that want to see younger generations do better. For the most part, those of us who are in our 30s and 40s and up want to see younger Black women in their teens and 20s do better than us. And we want people to learn from our mistakes, younger women to learn from our mistakes. This is the sole reason why I created my channel. Y'all know I've been married to a dusty, abusive narcissist and divorced. However, saw the error of my ways and course corrected. So my goal with the channel is to warn as many other Black women as possible about the pitfalls of marrying, partnering, and procreating with the wrong person. Well, unfortunately, although some people want to see y'all do better, a lot of Black women do the opposite. And they remain miserably married in these awful relationships because they so damn whack male worshiping and they believe any man is better than no man. And they become bitter and resentful. And they get very triggered when they see young, single, beautiful, and successful, child-free women living their best lives because they're envious of you and you're a constant reminder of their poor decision-making. I'm going to be 100% real with y'all. The large, overwhelming majority of Black women in Blackistan marriages like Nicki are unhappy. And I can hear detractors now saying, not all. Of course, not all of anything is one thing. You have your anomalies, you have your rarities and your rare occasions. But statistically speaking, Black women are subjected to the lowest marriage rates and highest out of wedlock birth rates. We also experience the most poverty-stricken marriages, the highest DV and femicide rates due to intimate partner abuse. We all know that in this culture, infidelity and womanizing is normalized. So this results in most Black women settling for relationships that are riddled with toxicity, where Black women are being mistreated, cheated on, misused, and abused. And this is why I caution you all to have a more critical lens, especially when the community likes to pedestalize older Black married couples who y'all think are couple goals because they managed to stay together for years. Well, the truth is, I would still be in a whack love relationship too if I decided to tolerate side chicks and getting two pieces to the face every now and again. You know what I mean? Like, look at Will and Jada, who many Black people pedestalize and idolize for years. Who's the rapper who said, I want that real love, that Jada and Will love? Turn out they hate each other. It all came out that they cheating, having side relationships and swinging and ish. Jada's still in love with Tupac, and she don't know if she wanna be a butch lesbian or what the hell's going on. Will a bottom, a power bottom. They just refuse to part ways. Even they said openly, bad marriage for life. And the gag is most Black women who are in these kinds of relationships and decide to remain miserably married, they hate on those of you who are not. Like Nicki Minaj, they are miserably married mules who are mad at the world because of their poor decision making. Let's talk about this next lady who was also very vocal about being miserably married to an abusive narcissist as well, and being very triggered by single women who are living their best lives while in this relationship.
Now, I really love this comment. I was miserable, married, and so jealous of single ladies. It was scary leaving, but I am happy and healthier even though I am broke and rebuilding. First, I want to address the last part. There was a whole phase of years of my life, and tossing a few years during that first year of the pandemic when it was hard. Times was hard. But I can tell you, I would rather have done that than ever be with a man in a relationship than to ever go back to the situations that I was in before. As a matter of fact, when I was with my abusive ex-husband, I remember literally thinking to myself, I have no money, nowhere to go, but I would rather me and my kids live in a tent than live with him anymore. So I understand that. Also, the part where you said you were miserable, married, and so jealous of single people, I have a story. Back when I was with my abusive ex-husband, his brother and his brother's girlfriend were living with us. And me and her would talk from time to time. We would go shopping. And there was one day, I don't remember what book she was reading. Don't ask, I'm sorry. But she was reading some book, and it was talking about how the advantages of being single. And she wasn't reading it to rub it in my face or nothing. She was just like, oh, look, listen to this chapter. She was sharing with me chapters of the book way before this. But when she read me that chapter, I flew into a rageful panic. I'm getting the feelings that I felt at that moment. I was so mad. And I was like, no, that's not true. Single people aren't happy. I'm happy. I'm married. And there's no advantage to being single because you're by like, I was so panicked. And the crazy thing was, I was not happy and I was in a horrible marriage. But I was not who I am today. I was not ready to challenge decisions that I made and question the things that I had believed and the things that I was taught. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to leave that marriage. So I needed so desperately to believe that this imaginary world of bliss that I was fed, that I bought into, was real, even though I was living in shit. I get a lot of married women angry at me, going off on me more times than I can count. And honestly, I really don't get mad because I was once them and I get it. I totally get it. It's scary if you've been financially dependent on someone else, or if you've had someone so ingrained in your life, even if you're not financially dependent on them. It's scary to think about what's on the other side. Fear of the unknown. It's scary to finally have to accept the fact that all the stuff we were taught growing up is a lie. And that you bought into it and now you feel stupid, but you're not stupid. It wasn't your fault. But somebody telling you that your decisions probably weren't the best decisions, or not even that, telling you that their decisions that were opposite of your decisions were the best and they're happy because of that, they might as well slap you in the face, because now it feels like they're calling you stupid. What do you mean I made the wrong decision? No, I didn't. So when married women get angry with me, it's interesting because it's kind of an unraveling. And if they are willing at some point to sit in that uncomfortableness and to question it and challenge it, things could change. That doesn't mean they might get a divorce. It means that their relationship just goes through a time where they make some major changes so there's more equity in it. Or it could mean where that relationship ends. But freedom is found when you question your surroundings, your beliefs, why things are the way they are, why you made the choices that you made. Why, even though this is how things have always been done, why do I have to keep doing them this way? Sometimes the truth feels like an attack, and people get offended by it when they're not ready for it. So I get it. I'm not mad at them. I 1,000,000 bazillion fulfillion% agree with you. And do you want to know why? Because I was once one of those married people. I'll never forget. Back when I was married to my abusive ex-husband, his brother and his girlfriend were staying with us. I'm sorry, I'm eating a Jolly Rancher, so pardon me. But she was reading this book, and she was sharing with me the different things that she was reading. And one of the chapters in the book was about how singleness is more of an advantage than being married. Child, let me tell you, I immediately got uptight, got annoyed, got angry. No, it's not. That's not true. No, it's not. Well, it just depends on the situation. No, my head was about to pop off my head, I'm pretty sure. Looking back, I was in a horrible marriage. I was so miserable in that marriage. I could not believe that there was someone out there that was happier than me doing the opposite of what I thought was going to fulfill me and be happy and be good, what I was supposed to do my entire life. I just didn't want to hear it. I was not open to this discussion. I liked the feeling of being better than her because I was married. I didn't want her to be happy. Gross. I was so delusional. All my friends who are married, the ones that are happily married, all tell me to just wait, take your time, do your thing. They are loving this for me. They are happy for me where I'm at in my life. They're not competing against me. They're not competing with me. They're not looking down on me. They're telling me to enjoy my life. Like I said, those are the ones that are happy. So when I see these women get triggered in my comment sections, oh honey, I know where it's coming from because I was once there. There's this saying that I heard someone say a long time ago. I'm sure they weren't the first person to say it, but it goes, you can't bullshit the bullshitter. So when you hop up in my comments and you're like, no, I'm happy. Nuh-uh, this doesn't apply to me. I'm happy. I'm like, okay. I know what it's like to be on the other side of that fence. And I was not happy. I was very, very miserable.
Child, told you. Told you. And the truth is not pretty at all, y'all. And I hate to rip off the Band-Aid and reveal the ugly truth so harshly like this, but this is real. So there are many Black women who are in this very same situation, and they get very bitter and upset by child-free single women who have dodged these bullets and who have strong enough self-esteem and are affirmed in themselves, so much so that they didn't fall victim to needing a whack man or any man for that matter to validate them. Miserably married women hate that because you're a stark reminder of their shortcoming and their mistakes. And here's my thing. When did Black women devolve to such a poor state as women where a fucking man who can't even piss in the toilet straight, can't even aim, makes us feel validated? Seriously, men who don't even know how to wipe right. They talking about they don't like to wash their booty hole because it's gay. When did we become so low and so empty and so downtrodden that having one of those on our arm became a status symbol that Black women relied on to validate ourselves? Especially when we're talking about whack men. How are you validated by men who have the lowest net worths, highest incarceration rates, and lowest employment rates? Come here, Nicki. Come on. He's the epitome of that. He an ex-convict who unemployed, who ain't got much of a net worth. But that is how a lot of Black women unfortunately operate. They are so whack male identified and whack male worshiping. They're willing to accept any old thing in the name of whack love. They willing to be the most educated groups of people, the most successful, the most entrepreneurial, but will turn around and listen to Ayamlas and date the bus driver. Or worse, they'll listen to Tyler Perry and date a nigga who can pay the light bill, like Nicki did. Then decades later, we'll look up after their best years are wasted being a baby mama, a maid, a mammy, and a mule, then be bitter and jaded and lash out at younger Black women for choosing not to do the same. And you see how this woman made the stark differentiation between happily married women to miserably married women. She talks about how her happily married friends are supportive and say, hey, do you, sis, take your time. And I personally try to tell women that as well. Yes, marriage is nice, but only with the right person. And it takes a lot of time to vet and to find the right partner. And even then, when you find the perfect partner, it still involves a lot of work, a lot of domestic labor, a lot of emotional labor. So be very sure it's what you want before you sign up for it, because it's not easy. And the miserably married mammies won't do anything but become so envious and jealous of your lifestyle and the freedoms that you have. They'll bully single and child-free women and become mean girls because you chose better. Just like Nicki bitter ass. Child. So let's get into this Nicki and Meg Thee Stallion beef, child. So this all started after Meg recently released a new song called Hiss.
These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's law.
Megan Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj.
I do feel like a queen.
A beef erupts between the rappers after Meg dropped a new diss track called Hiss.
Bitches is wig on the Bible.
Hi, Barbs. Who's ready?
The feud is fresh, so let's slither on in.
Hiss, could you tell us what the name means, first of all?
Basically, you know, when a snake feel like you've been playing and like doing a whole bunch of swaying, it's basically telling you to back off. I see you, get up off me now.
These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's law.
The phrase Megan's Law in Hiss, fans seem to think it's a shot at Nicki's husband, Kenneth Petty. Because, you know, Megan's Law is a federal statute which says law enforcement is required to share info about registered sex offenders. And Kenneth, he is one.
Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies.
That's what I'm saying.
Adding to that theory, Kenneth was punished last year after failing to register his sex offender status.
I don't really know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all don't want me to start.
Meanwhile, Nicki's got new music too, hopping on Instagram Live to tease lyrics for a song called Bigfoot.
Hi, Barbs. Who's ready?
And as fans tune in, she repeatedly comes back to this verse. The dots to connect here are simple. 1, Megan's nearly 6 feet tall, and 2, it's seemingly a reference to Megan's foot injury after she was shot by Tory Lanez, who's now sitting behind bars.
I'm a Teflon Don in the courtroom.
I think I've just gone through so much. I'm just so comfortable with myself. I'm like, okay, at this point, girl, what's the worst thing that could happen?
What else? Nicki mentions a 3-time Grammy winner. And that checks out for Meg, seen here cradling her trophy trio in 2021.
3 Grammys, and you have to learn how to rap on the beat.
As for Megan, she doesn't appear bothered on her Instagram story, sharing this LOL pic in the aftermath.
I don't cook, I don't clean,
But was all this shade years in the making?
Cardi, you is the girl.
Before Cardi B was collabing with Meg multiple times, she sang alongside Nicki in Motorsport, but the two eventually had a falling out. So now the question is whether Meg got caught up in a new pal's old beef.
He can't move on, can't let it go.
I feel like we hype each other up so well, and she's so kind. And that's why I really like her, because she's real. Whatever comes to her mind first, that's what she's saying, that's how she feels, so I never walk away like, did she mean that? No, because if she thought it, she said it, and she meant it.
And while fans pore over the Easter eggs,
So it's multiple people.
Yeah, whoever feel it, feel it.
Megan calling into the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne the God offering this advice.
Just don't get on Instagram Live, Megan. Let the record speak for itself.
I feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life.
Okay, and if you don't know what's been happening before all of this, don't worry, you ain't missed much. Just Nicki at her big age having a whole temper tantrum, coked out, manic rage, manic episode. This whole beef started years ago after Nicki and Meg did a song together some time ago that flopped. And I can't even remember the name, y'all. It didn't do well at all. It flopped. Well, Meg then decided to collab with Cardi B and do WAP. We all know that song exploded. I mean, it was everywhere that summer. It went insanely popular and was well received. Well, Nicki's petty, miserable ad didn't like that because we know she hates every female rap artist. I mean, who in the industry has she not beef with? She's beefed with Lil' Kim, Remy Ma, Cardi, Mariah Carey, even damn Miley Cyrus. Anyway, her angry, miserable ad was so upset about this collab because she's had this public ongoing spat with Cardi, and Meg ended up releasing an Uber hit with her. So I guess she took it personal and has been taking cheap shots since. So here are some of Nicki's lyrics that she said about Meg since then. These bitches time ticking, better stick to dancing. Well, we know Meg has had several dance challenges go viral on TikTok, making her music very popular. Nicki also said, these thirsty, I see why they're alcoholics. We know people like to critique Meg for drinking a lot. Meg has even been very vocal about drinking while dealing with depression and anxiety, especially after the loss of her mother. Nicki even released a song recently that says, stay in your Tory lanes, I'm not Iggy. So just cheap shots, nothing impactful, nothing memorable. You know, these ABC Dr. Seuss rhymes that we know Nicki for. Y'all know that simplistic, basic rap. Your bitches are my son, like Phoenix. Like stupid-ish like that. Meg finally responded by... You like my Nicki voice. Meg finally responded by releasing a single called Hiss, where she says, y'all hoes ain't mad at Megan, y'all mad at Megan's Law. And like the clip that we just watched said, Megan's Law is something that law enforcement made where they have to make information available to the public regarding registered ex-offenders. And we all know that Nicki's ninjas, her PDF file husband was convicted of rape, then got in trouble recently for failing to register as an ex-offender. So now Nicki all hot and bothered and up on coke all night, having these manic rants, these manic episodes, pulling all-nighters saying this.
You the one that lied on your dead mama. On your dead mama, lied 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 on your dead mama. What my pen don't catch, the universe will. Ask about my prophecies. Lied on your dead mama, 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 lied on your dead, on your dead mama, on your dead mama. She said she lied on her dead mama, on her dead mama, lied on her dead mama, lied on her dead mama. Now she wanna go on Gayle King and lie, lie. You a lie, you nasty little lie. You always lie. You beat your friend, bitch. You wild. Nah. Whoop. If you high your age, these are the type of women that I thought women are. I always feel genuinely happy for someone when I see them in love, and especially when a woman is trying to have a baby or decides that they're gonna have children. And you can see the video that I posted on my Twitter. This evil demonic serpent said, even on camera, after I tried to tell her off camera, hey, no, I can't do that, I'm not drinking, you know. And then, even in the video, you could see her attention is on my husband. Go and watch the video on Twitter. This is the type of woman that can't wait to be around someone's man, to see if they'll pay her Yeah, I'm still at it, because 2024, everybody getting the full motherfucking clip. You could post, listen, I swear on everything I love, I have not gone on one Instagram blog all day. I don't care. Bitch, I dare you, I fucking dare you to say one more thing about my fucking family, ho. Or y'all got a motherfucking clip coming and y'all don't even know. Bitch, and I know you listening right now, you fragment foot. Bullet fragment foot. Bullet fragment. She a bullet fragment. Now listen here, ho. Get up on your good foot. Just say get up on your good foot, not your bad foot. What's that? A diss or piss? Said it was hiss, I said piss. That my fans called it piss. Yo, ex-nigga that just was around you all that. Y'all mad because y'all don't have somebody that loves you and stand 10 toes down behind you. So you bringing up 30-year-old teeth from when this man was a 15-year-old child. You bringing up 30-year-old teeth because no man has ever and will ever fucking love you. And lying on your dead mother, on your dead mama, on your dead, you know, lied on a dead mama, lied on a dead mama, lied on a dead mama, lied on your, I said, lied on her, hey, sexy red, she done lied, she lied and she cried, and she lied and she cried, she said she lied and she cried, and she lied and she cried, and then she lied and she cried, and she lied and she cried, cause she got blogs all up her stupid doofy sub ass, every press, I said no well, I don't give up, and then she tried to rap double time. Lied on your dead mama. Lied on your...
Child, what did I tell y'all? What the fuck did I tell y'all? What did I say? This is nothing about Megan. This is all about Nicki being triggered, windmilling and pussy popping over critiques about her raggedy ass, pedo ass, broke ass, predatory, rapist ass husband. Told you, talking about I dare you to say something else about my husband. I dare you to say something else about my husband. Bit on her little coke rant. Girl, he a great best. I said it. Now what you gonna do? Now what? Now what? He's a PDF file. Now what? What you gonna do, girl? What you gonna do? Don't nobody want him, sis, but you. Child, don't nobody want his broke, rapist, predatory ass but you. Just miserably married and mad at the world. Lex may tell you a joke, but I won't tell you a lie. Now, this raggedy, pathetic, sorry, old, washed up, coked out hoe got high and went on this maniacal rant up all night, hot and bothered, days after she just went viral, y'all, because it turns out she was in an abusive relationship with Meek Mill and he was out there spitting on her, abandoning her in the woods in the middle of nowhere, knocking her head between the washer and dryer out in public. Days later, after it came out, she is a DV survivor herself. This pick me, choose me, miserable ass bitch done fixed her mouth to denigrate an innocent, unarmed black woman for being harmed by a man as well. This woman was shot, y'all. She could have died. He shot her while blackout drunk. He said it on the recording when he apologized for doing so. He said, I don't even remember. He could have easily taken her out, utilizing and brandishing a lethal weapon while so heavily intoxicated. He don't even remember. And this bird brain bitch fixed her mouth to make fun of Meg's late mother, who did actually die, all over a broke, old, ugly, washed up ninja who was a registered ex-offender, y'all. An R. Kelly ad nigga. He can't even come within 1,000 feet of a fucking school. And she mad because she done had a baby with this fuck nigga and is miserably married. You are fucking disgusting, Nicki. You too goddamn old to be carrying on like this. And this ish pisses me off because I'm a DV survivor myself and I get so tired of the gaslighting that DV victims experience and the traumatization. As if it wasn't traumatizing enough and hurtful enough and triggering enough to be brutally victimized at the hands of a man as a defenseless, unarmed woman. It is extremely tumultuous and traumatizing and very dehumanizing to be forced to further have to defend yourself from the public and worst of all, from pick me, choose me ass bitches that look like you, like Nicki, who inflict further trauma by calling you a liar, making fun of her victimization. Then to add insult to injury, she goes on to talk about this woman's dead mother, y'all. And y'all know my mama passed too when I was around Meg's age, so the earrings coming off, child, we dragging your stupid ass. Because this type of harassment and bullying, especially on a public platform, can make somebody go crazy. It could literally push someone over the edge. And I don't want to wish nothing on Meg. You know, I'm not trying to speak things over her life or into existence, but she's been very vocal about wanting to end it all at times because of everything she's experienced. So this kind of talk, along with the group stalking and the gang harassment and bullying that the Barbs are known for, this is something that will make someone actually do that. And Nicki, I think you are a miserable, washed up, bitter old bitch. You are a choose me, pick me, hateful, problematic bitch. You systemically just go after girl after girl after girl who's younger than you, prettier than you, and more talented than you. Don't realize you done wasted your best years with all these loser ass niggas, one after another. You went from one fuck nigga to another because your self-esteem so goddamn low. It's so damn shot. It's in the toilet. You went from getting cheated on by bread loser Safari, who was leeching off of you, to taking 2 pieces to the face from struggle rapper Meek Mills. Now you done married a bread loser, a fucking rapist. You done married a fucking liability, a goddamn loser. And you done tarnish your name, tarnish your brand over this fuck nigga. And this is on brand for you, Nicki, because you got a history of enabling problematic nignogs. We know you bailed out your rapist brother too. He was touching on his damn stepdaughter. Now you done went and married a whole damn PDF file. And now I believe you see the error of your ways, and you mad because Meg called a thing a thing. You not mad at Meg. You mad at Megan's Law, stupid ass. You're bitter. You're resentful because you wanted to go on and take penitentiary chances, marrying ex-offenders. Now you deflecting and misdirecting all that anger, mad at everybody else because you chose to settle with a fuck nigga. Meanwhile, Meg naturally has the body that you wanted, all the Grammys that you never got, and now lives a single, successful, child-free, fuck nigga-free life you will never have. Girl, Nicki, do damn better. This don't make no damn sense. Ain't she 40-something? This don't make no mother effing sense. I'm damn 36, and I feel silly talking about this trivial ish. Grow the F up. All right, y'all, I'm about to go. I'm about to go out and touch grass and continue to be on my grown woman-ish and look at this rental property and review my investments instead of windmilling and going on man and coke rants all night over no good ninjas. Child, what are y'all's thoughts about this? Why do y'all think Nicki is really mad? What are y'all's thoughts about this whole back and forth between her and Meg? Have you ever experienced mean girl treatment from women who are miserably married, mad at you because you lived a carefree, nigga-free life? Child, sound off down below. Until next time, see you guys. Bye.
I don't give a fuck. Even if you think I should, bitch. Bigger. I don't give a
If y'all come across a red iPhone, can you please bring it to the sound stage? Red iPhone, appreciate it.